We may not always get the answer to a prayer. We may not always have the promised breakthrough, but when we don't, it's an issue in our heart. It is never an issue in God's heart. I'll never forget when I first got saved, and first time I ever went on a visitation to visit somebody that was sick with my pastor. He was a denominational guy, a great guy, just didn't know a lot about the full counsel of God. And so we were going to visit a lady who just found out she had cancer. And I said, look, so when we get there, what are we going to do if she asks us to pray for her to get healed? And he put on that serious religious look and kind of ruffled his forehead and rubbed his chin. And said something that seemed kind of profound to me at the time because I'd only been saved 5 minutes. He says, well, before we can pray for her to get healed, we need to pray first and see if it's the will of God for her to get healed. You see, that's a yes and no gospel. Yes, sometimes God heals. No, sometimes God doesn't heal. And we can never know why. We never have any idea why we do those things. And so basically, we have a kingdom divided in our heart because we're saying sometimes a tree brings forth good fruit, sometimes a tree brings forth bad fruit. I got news for you. If you believe Jesus heals sometimes and doesn't heal sometimes, I can promise you this. Every time you need a healing, you're going to question whether or not he's going to heal this time. Every time you need a financial breakthrough, you're going to question if he's going to help you this time. Every time you need to understand or see something, you're always going to question if he's going to show it to you this time. It's time for us to come to realize that God is good, God is only good, and until that is settled, until that is absolutely settled in our doctrine, in our hearts, then the truth is every time we face a challenge, we are going to waver and struggle with whether or not God's going to say yes or God's going to say no. But remember, anything that Jesus ever said yes to is yes permanently. It's yes for the end of time. Now, he may do it a different way than the process he did it before, but the promise is always yes. It's always sure. Don't divide the kingdom in your heart.